symbols, devil horns, devil tails, baby devils in diapers, pitchforks, 6-point star. Yes, this is the same disciples. In a city known for its fearsome super gangs, criminal enterprise like the mob, gangs, Chicago has its own culture, from graffiti on the walls to how the south side and the north side are separated. In Chicago, it's where you're born that defines who you are, not your race. This is gang life.
Cartel got me working for the big faces. Federale got my car full of brick cases. Hit the pen with a grin, there ain't no faking. I was picked to my back for my shoelaces. Got out, should've seen the look on their faces. All jealous cause your boy stacking hella paper. Set up by the crew, they done put a banger in the trunk of my car and left me to hang there. No thing, then attorney went and beat the case. Got a job digging holes for minimum wage. Had a dream that Cato said he proud of me. Stay here, don't leave, keep doing your thing. Quit the drugs, but you know I went back to selling, 6-time failing. I went back to prison, got my head right, got my bread right. Push these weights like a kilo in a tailpipe. Trying to do right, I got a mission. Trying to give back to my boys in the prison. The old me's gone, I ain't never gonna miss them. From wrong to strong, stay true to the vision. From wrong to strong, from wrong to strong, from wrong to strong, from wrong to strong.
Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back. My name's JC. I am Raw and Strong. If you are new to my channel, make sure you subscribe, hit the bell, give me thumbs up, thumbs down, doesn't matter. Just give me something. If you are part of my Raw and True crew, Raza, Familia, what's up? Súbanse a la Suburban. Let's put some gas in it, because we're going to go cruise around Pilsen, and we cannot run out of gas there because they'll get us. Welcome back to another episode of Gang Life in Chicago. We are in the neighborhood Pilsen, and this street gang started in Pilsen in the 1960s, but was founded in 1959 by King Satan. Yes, you heard me right. King Satan. Had some pretty cool names back then. Pilsen is a neighborhood that way back in the day, you did not see Starbucks like you do today. Pilsen is a beautiful neighborhood with a lot of culture, history, food, you name it. But it also was home to a lot of party crews and street gangs that started way back in the day. The Saint Disciple was founded mainly by Czechoslovakian and Polish kids, but they took in Mexican youth. They started on 15th Street in Tallman, and quickly began to be a gang problem by the 1970s. There's a lot of articles of the Saint Disciples taking care of business. A lot of their members start to show up in the prison system, and believe it or not, the prison system is a huge network of spiders webs that go from prison to prison to prison to prison. Remember, we have more prisons in the United States than we do schools and colleges. So, yeah, there's a lot of them. So it becomes this big web, right? And you have 1 to 2 to 3 of the same gang in different prisons all over the United States. So you see what I mean? It becomes a connection where you connect the dots. So they became pretty big in prison too. From the 80s to the 90s, the SD spread out like wildfire. They grew over 40 suburbs to 22 states. They became actually one of the largest gangs in the city around those years. using smart business sense, like it's in their laws for open business. They opened up a lot of legit several businesses in their neighborhoods, and actually this is what makes gangs, organizations, whatever you want to call it, stick around for the long term, because now they own real estate. That means that that'll probably be one of their main headquarters where they'll be at all the time, hanging out. Neighborhood's always going to be there for a long time. If you go to 26th Street and you look around at the businesses, there's five point transmissions, Corona, this, El Rey, that. All these businesses, do you honestly think that that's just coincidence that they live there in Chi-Town and it's called 5 Points, King Transmit? No, it's been dudes that have been part of the organizations that have opened up legit businesses because that is their home. This is where they're gonna live. There's families that have been in Chicago since the 40s that still live in the same house. Handed down. I met an Ambro that, like, his kid was an Ambro, his dad was an Ambro, his father was an Ambro, his great grandfather. They were like all from the beginning. So sometimes it gets passed down, and you can't help it. You know, the SDs, I believe, because I seen it with my own eyes, spread like wildfire because there was a lot of unity. There was a lot of leadership. This is when Gizmo was still alive. Gizmo was going from neighborhood to neighborhood, making sure everybody was doing what they had to do. You know, meetings, dues, all that. You know, that year, I want to say 91st, the early 90s, we had one of the biggest SD days in LaGrange Park, where everybody showed up from everywhere with their, you know, airbrush shirts. And it's also the year where the power struggle started with the SDs. They started to face such a huge power struggle because they were doing really well. And when something is going really, really well, you know, there's bad energies sometimes in the universe that want to see you not be happy, not do good. So it's when the big power struggle happened, and you know, Gizmo was murdered. And it's crazy because, you know, watching that gangland stuff where Gizmo was killed in that gangway, a lot of people don't know this, but I lived in front. Valery's parents owned that house, and I was living in front. I met him when Augie came home. King Augie came home. I met him. I went upstairs and I took some stuff to him, and then I came back downstairs. But that night when he got killed back there, we were all at the house, but we ended up going to Fort City, and we got into a big fight, and we all got locked up. You know, we were questioned about that murder the next day, but it was crazy because we spent the whole night at the police station on 63rd. And you know, Gizmo was a good dude, man. I met him a couple of times when all that stuff started to happen. I met with him and Baby D one time, and the feds were hot. They were trying to record everything. The SDs were starting to become a big power player for, you know, family out of Mexico, cartel, and the feds were on them. And shit just started to come down, man. Come down really fast, and we witnessed one of the biggest power struggles I've ever seen an organization have, and that was, you know, when Gizmo got killed. At the SD split into two sides, and they just went at it, you know, with each other, and it was crazy because it was all over greed and power. It was, Gizmo didn't deserve what he got. And, you know, he was actually trying to fix everything to make it to where how it was before, with everything being legit, with the dues and the meetings and all that stuff. But, you know, like I always say, man, in all my videos, this life I don't wish this life on nobody, because it's either you're dead or you're in prison or you lose everything, and it's not worth it. At the end of the day, man, I share these videos because this is just history of Chicago. Chicago has always been a gangster-ass city, and has always had organizations that are gangster and take care of business. This is just history. My name is JC. I am Wrong and Strong. Live savage. Don't judge nobody. Give somebody a hug. And if you live easy, life is hard. If you live hard, life is easy. I'll catch you guys on the rebound.